Hey, welcome to this live stream, Slow Way Weight Loss. So I'm really actually excited to share with you why losing weight in the slow way is the best way to lose weight. And it goes against everything that our culture tries to sell us when it comes to weight loss. Everything out there is about losing weight quickly and how you can get the fastest results possible in the least amount of time. And there's products out there that show you how to take a pill to lose weight and show you like like a little commercial or something like that, where you see like fat literally like squishing and dissolving on video from taking a special drink. I've seen people posts on Facebook where they say something to the effect of, who wants to learn how to lose such and such pounds just with taking one pill. And I've seen so many people comment and like on these posts to be messaged by the person sharing them with the hope that this could finally be true, that you could actually lose weight really quickly with doing nothing more than taking a pill. Now, that's an extreme example of a fad diet, right? Most of us are, even if we know that, or even if we'd like that to be true, we know it's not possible. But we're still attracted to things that sound like we can get quick results with our weight. Now, anything that is quick results with weight loss, the problem with that is those results are also quick to go away. Right? So you've had this happen before. Pretty much any diet under the sun you can do for a certain amount of time. Most people can do it. Most people have at least enough willpower, to do a diet for maybe 2-3 weeks, 2 months, maybe 6 months. If you join The Biggest Loser and you have a personal trainer and a dietitian and like a crew of people following you around, you might be able to do it for a year. From that, approval that you're getting from other people, and that level of wanting the ego, wanting to show that you can do it and not make a fool of yourself, right? But what happens is, no matter if that was a 2-week program, a 2-month program, a 6-month program, a 1-year program, if it required calorie restriction and excessive exercise to get those results, which is basically what all the diets are that are out there, right? Everybody knows how to lose weight. Just eat less and move more, right? That's the approach for every single diet that exists out there, except for the therapeutic diets that are, designed to be done temporarily to heal your body. And the end result is that at the end, people gain all the weight back, all of it, and more. Why? Because when you do these diets that restrict calories, they deplete you nutritionally and cause you to have your metabolism slow down, go into famine mode, which triggers feasting mode once you start eating your old way again. But if you just think about it logically, if you're going to go back to eating your old way that you always ate before, you're going to have the same results that you had before. So the only way you're actually going to lose weight permanently is if you lose it by changing your diet and lifestyle permanently. Now, some of you have had the experience of doing these fad diets and getting results quickly and then doing the yo-yo dieting thing, right? So you do the diet, you lose the weight, you go into feasting mode, you binge, you gain the weight back till you get sick of yourself again and sick of how you feel and just feeling gross and disgusting and heavy and tired and depressed and all the things that come with binging and nutrient deficiency. And then you muster up the motivation to start again, and you do it again and you do it again until your metabolism becomes so damaged that nothing you do works. Not even exercising, restricting calories will even give you a pound of weight loss because your metabolism has been so damaged by dieting. So this is the pattern that the majority of people who are trying to lose weight do. And this is why 97% of dieters fail. it's impossible to get permanent results doing something that is designed for short term, that requires willpower because willpower runs out, that goes against the actual nature of what it takes to lose weight. If you're going to be constantly putting yourself in a position of famine mode, you're also going to be constantly triggering feasting mode. And of course, when you go into famine mode, you're actually harming your body because you're going into states of nutrition deficiency. So if that doesn't work, which logic tells us it won't work to do something temporary, like just think about it, logic. There's no way you can do something temporary and expect permanent results. Like, you just can't argue that. That's just the way life works. You cannot do something temporary and expect to have permanent results. So that's why dieting just doesn't work on like the obvious level, right? Also, if you're making yourself less healthy through dieting by restricting calories, which means you're restricting not just calories and energy, you're restricting nutrition. So the less food you eat, the less nutrients you're getting, which means the less healthy you get, which means the more health problems you have, which means you have now what's considered stubborn weight that won't come off because you have health problems that are actually keeping you in a place where you can't lose weight, right? Our society tells us that you need to lose weight to get healthy. That's complete bullshit. You're not going to get healthy just by losing weight. Look at all these people who, go on these shows like The Biggest Loser. Go look at the after stories of these people. They are not healthy. Okay. That is not going to losing weight does not get you healthy. What gets you to lose weight permanently is being healthy. Okay. If you cannot lose the weight, there's something off in your body. You have some sort of physiological imbalance that needs to actually be healed. So short-term dieting, restriction of calories, is actually making you less healthy, which is now making it harder for you to lose weight in the future. Because now it's not just about weight loss, it's about, oh my God, you have a health issue that you have to deal with. And you have to deal with that health issue before you start thinking about weight at all. Weight loss is the result of your body coming back into balance. Now, you don't expect instant results with your health, and you expect that you're going to have to do something permanently to maintain those health gains. So that has to be transferred exactly over to weight loss. It's not going to happen instantly. It's not something that you're not going to go back to doing what made you unhealthy if you want to stay healthy. So it's the exact same thing with weight loss. Now, the problem is most people have this crazy idea of what healthy eating is. First of all, a lot of things that you're told in this culture are not true about what is healthy. So, despite your best intentions to eat healthy and to do the right thing, you're not going to be getting results because you're being told the wrong thing. That's an issue. That's why I have the courses that I have available, and the private services, and the ebooks, and the book that I'm writing to help you to get the right knowledge so that you're not wasting your time doing the right thing, getting healthier, and as a result of that, losing the weight. So you have to get healthy to lose weight. You also have to lose weight in a healthy way to maintain that weight loss. And in order to actually continue to permanently eat healthy, you're going to have to actually eat more pleasurably while eating healthy than you experience while eating unhealthy, right? Because that's why we do that. That's why we eat unhealthy, is because we derive pleasure from it, or we derive some sort of payoff, right? So it can be pleasure, or it can actually be numbing, right? So it can be pleasure in the process of eating the food, numbing ourselves, pushing down things, eating our feelings. And it can also be a stimulant for our energy and our mood. It's, of course, temporary, right? The serotonin or dopamine hit that you get from having sugar that pretty much acts like a drug in your body. So these are like the things that you're like fighting against, right? Is like, wow, okay, I could have a permanent diet and lifestyle change, but if you're in your imagination, there's going to be no pleasure, and you're not going to be able to handle the emotions without using food to deal with it. and you don't know if you can have energy and motivation without stimulants like sugar, then of course in your mind you can't get around the idea of doing something permanently to maintain those permanent results. And that's a problem, right? And it basically comes to not having an experience with really true healthy food, not having the knowledge of what to make, what to buy, what recipes to try, or how to turn anything into a healthier version of what you're currently eating now. I actually did a live stream on this last week. I think it was last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Anyways, go to the sidebar you'll click on videos, and there's a bunch of videos there. I am almost positive it was 2 videos ago that I gave a lot of examples of why healthier eating is much more pleasurable than eating unhealthy. So first you have to get your head around that. And once you have your head around that, once you've experienced it, you'll know that eating healthy is more pleasurable. It gives you more energy. You are a more motivated, happy, healthy person. So you don't need stimulants. Okay. And you have to find something else to do, like don't use willpower to try to stop emotional eating. Actually deal with your emotions, right? Eating is not the root cause. It's just a symptom, okay, of an issue of not knowing how to deal with your feelings or not addressing your chronic stress. That's what you have to actually do. Hit it at the level of root cause. Okay, so I've given you the why short-term fad diets don't work for weight loss. But let's look at what is the slow way to weight loss and why are there benefits to that? Okay, so the slow way to weight loss is to, first of all, completely let go of weight loss and focus entirely on health. So throwing out the scale, the only way I recommend to keep the scale is if you need to actually notice how your water fluctuates. Okay, this will tell you when if your water is fluctuating in response to food, you're going to go up and down really quickly, and that's going to tell you that the foods you're eating are causing inflammation and not working for your bodies. That's a good use of the scale, but not to gauge your fat loss. I mean, you can, every few months you can go on the scale and you'll see the differences there. But to do that daily or weekly, number one, shows that your focus is on the scale, right? Because so many people, the minute they go on the scale and they don't see what they want to see, they tell themselves that what they're doing isn't working. And so forget it. This isn't working. I might as well just go back to eating the shit I was eating before, right? It's typical. So if that's you and you've been doing that, you have to let go of your attachment at all to what the scale says. Get rid of the scale, focus on your health, and focus on how you feel. And as long as you're getting gains, you're feeling like you have, like, symptoms are going away, you're feeling better emotionally, maybe your clothes are a little looser or your fat is actually redistributing on your body, you can literally have not 1 pound of weight loss and have fat redistribute on your body, and suddenly you start getting your waist back, but the scale hasn't moved. Okay? There's so many things that actually happen on the way to permanent weight loss that the majority of people and the majority of weight loss gurus don't know, because they're actually never dealing with permanent weight loss. And that's one of them. Your body will literally redistribute the fat so you can start to get your feminine shape back without you even losing a pound. Okay, so the beauty of losing weight slowly is that you're actually having that same sort of reverse effect. So if you lose slowly, then it's actually, if you end up gaining weight, it's actually a slower process because you've created an entirely new weight set point, right? Whereas if you lose weight fast, boom, you gain it back fast too. So you don't have much leeway in that. Try fasting, for example, right? Like you could lose, I don't know, I think the last time I fasted, I lost like something like in 3 days or something, I lost 9 pounds. Come on. You're not going to lose 9 pounds of fat in, 3 days. Okay. And did that stay off from fasting? No, it did not. Okay. I'm not saying there's not benefits to fasting. The benefits to fasting are actually in terms of health gains. Okay. As far as weight loss goes, there are all these like approaches to fasting for weight loss. But if a person doesn't learn to eat properly, doesn't learn to make a lifestyle change, what happens when they stop fasting? Just going to go back to their old ways and reverse and undo like everything that they did before, all of the benefits that they got from it. So I don't really think that that's a great idea either for long term or for losing weight. It's for health gains, okay? It's for getting rid of inflammation. It's for healing. So if you lose weight slowly, then you're also slow to gain later, right? So people who have lost weight permanently, those 3% of dieters who are actually successful, it's not that it's hard to lose weight. It's just that people have a funny mindset and don't seem to be able to get, like, it's almost like our brain like wants to not see this. Like it's like, I just want to keep believing that somehow I can do something temporarily and get permanent results. Or, I just want to believe that I can, go on this diet, cut calories and exercise for a while. And somehow a year or two from now, I'll still have these results, right? Like this is what the brain does. Yet, on the other hand, we can literally intellectually acknowledge that, of course, that doesn't make any sense, but that doesn't change our behavior. We still go and do these fad diets instead of investing in something that's permanent that will actually transform our life and our health for our future, right? Like you could be thinking about losing weight right now, but if you actually transform your diet and lifestyle and prioritize health, so what if you lose whatever amount of weight that you want to lose? You're healthy for the rest of your life, and you're avoiding the 20 medications that you were going to have when you were, in your 60s and 70s, that many, many people have right now that are literally on. Like so many people in like old folks' homes are on literally sometimes up to 20 different medications. So getting healthy, that's, that has to be the first goal. You have to just release the weight loss and focus on the health part of things. So the benefit number 2, the first one is that if you lose weight slow, that means you're also going to be slow to gain it back. The second one, this is a really big one. Lose skin, right? If you're feeling bad about your body right now, being overweight, imagine how you're going to feel when you're really thin and you have all this loose hanging skin hanging off your body. Then whatever it is right now that's, motivating you for like looking good, you're not going to feel that great when you're thin and have loose hanging skin off your body, right? Like go to YouTube videos, see these people's experience who've done this and how bad they feel and how they want surgery and how they still want to hide themselves. Okay. So why does that happen? Because fad dieting, first of all, if you can force your body to lose weight quickly, your body doesn't have time to respond to this, right? Your skin doesn't have time to tighten. So you're left with this loose skin. Okay. But the second thing is when you're on a fad diet and you're restricting calories, so because you've restricted calories, you've restricted nutrition. Plus, if the diet you're on is not based on nutrient-dense whole foods, you're even more deficient in nutrition. And of course, your skin is not going to be healthy and bounce back and become taut again, right? It doesn't have the building materials, the building blocks for healthy skin, rejuvenation. So if you're losing weight slow, be happy about that. Be happy that you're going in the right direction and that you're getting healthier in the process, because you don't want to have that loose skin. You want to know an example of someone who did this so well is John Gabriel. Okay, he wrote a book called The Gabriel Method, and it's based on eating whole foods. It's very similar to what I do because it's based on physiology, right? The work that we do here in the Delish Diet is to teach you how to eat healthy in the natural human way. Plus, it's based on the knowledge of weight physiology. So any person who's actually knowledgeable of weight loss physiology is going to be helping you in the same way. It's going to be a very similar program because there is only the physiology of weight loss, right? How the body works. You just have to make choices in alignment with what your body needs and don't give it what it doesn't need. Very simple. So I recommend getting that book, The Gabriel Method. And everything that you learn in that book is going to be something that is based on natural whole foods and based on the human physiology and super healthy. And you'll see that he went from being morbidly obese to having like being the perfect normal weight for his body, not any loose skin whatsoever. Okay. So that's a perfect example. So those are the two, main reasons why you want to lose weight in a slow way. Of course, we all want instant results, right? Like everybody does with everything in our lives that we struggle with. We all want that. But of course, it's not realistic. And at some point, we have to just become someone who is willing to do what it takes. Okay, so asking yourself, like, if you're saying that you want to lose weight and you are focusing on the problem of your weight, right? Constantly focusing on the problem, all the ways it sucks, all the ways it makes you feel bad, but never focusing on the solution and not being willing to actually do what it takes to lose weight, then there's just no point in making it an issue in your life, right? It's like, if it's an issue in your life, then do what it takes to learn what you need to learn to actually embody the habits that are going to get you healthy, that are going to result in your ultimate and ideal weight and your optimal state of health. That means having knowledge. You have to gain the knowledge so that you're not making the mistakes that you've been taught by the diet industry. And you have to transform your lifestyle permanently. So that doesn't mean temporarily filling your cupboards with healthy foods but keeping a bunch of stuff that you know is not healthy for you in the back of your freezer for later, right? Has to be permanent. So if you're holding on to things, that tells you that what you have plans for in the future. You have plans to fail. And so you're going to need this food because you're going to eventually binge on it or whatever, right? Like, ask yourself why you do that, why you won't make that permanent change, right? And then it's also just looking at, what is it going to take to get into a positive mind frame and not make it work, right? Like it can't be work. If you're not inspired to do it for yourself, for this, having this future vision of yourself, if you can't access that and it's just something that you're doing to punish yourself, then you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to use willpower, right? And then willpower, of course, runs out. So you need to have some sort of compelling vision of your future that is worth living into. As a person who is optimally healthy at their ideal weight, who is super empowered, has lots of energy, and is happy and inspired in their life, right? This is one of the issues, one of the major issues, right? It's like, if we don't have a good reason, then we're not going to do it, because basically what we do as humans is we do what's ever easiest in the moment. So you have to have enough of a compelling reason to be in it for the long haul. Okay. So if you don't have that, then it's a sign that your life needs to shift, right? You're somehow settling for the life that you have instead of the life that you dream of having. For some reason, you've literally just given up on this ideal version of your life, right? I really, truly believe that. It's that compelling future that will get us to want to be healthy, which will then lead to our ideal weight. So one of the things that's bugging me about using the StreamYard thing is that I can't really connect with you guys. Like, no. When I was doing it through Facebook, there was a lot more engagement. And now that I've used this really cool app, I am not seeing comments or anything. So if you are there live, feel free to comment or ask questions. And also, if you're watching the replay, feel free as well, because I will come back and answer any questions you have. And also I love to hear, about what you want to learn more about, so that you can get questions, topics covered that are, top of mind for what you're going through. Let's see, what else is another good reason to lose weight slowly? Well, if you're losing weight slowly, then you also are able to give yourself the time to embody new habits, right? So a lot of times when people want extreme results, they change everything overnight, but it's sort of like get a jumping on the bandwagon kind of thing, right? Rather than actually getting mentally prepared to succeed in the long haul, right? So I find there's those two types of people. Some people are people who literally just jump on the bandwagon. Oh, here's Jessica. Yeah. She says, hey, Sherry, so nice to see your face. Just testing to see if you can see this comment. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. That makes my day. So people who jump on the bandwagon, jump into things really fast, tend to also jump off the bandwagon really quick the minute things get difficult. Okay. Part of that is a lack of preparation, right? So I actually think that it's better to stop and do your research and get the education first. When you educate yourself, education prepares your mind for success. You're creating a positive expectation that what you're going to do is going to work, and you know why it's going to work because you studied it, right? So when you start something slow, you take the time to really absorb the information, have it make sense, then get organized to get started, then you're prepared. So when something goes off, if you go off the rails, which you will, let's be honest, you will go off the rails. This is, it's just the way it is. It's so much easier to get back on track when you have the education behind it and have plans to fall back on, even the plan that you have for how you get yourself back on track, right? That's being prepared. You need to have these things. So if you're slower to start, you're likely to actually stay the course. If you jump on the bandwagon, you're more likely to jump off. So it's not just about education, but what the beauty of the education is that it actually changes your value systems. And when you have new value systems, you don't make choices that are negative to yourself, to your own body, to the environment, to your community, to your local economy, etc. Right? All these value shifts that you have when you have more knowledge about how your body works, about how the food system works, it's so much easier to stay on track because you don't want your dollars going into, these processed food companies that make people sick, okay? Or that, deprive workers of, good income, or have their workers be in poor working conditions so that you can get cheap shit, right? Seriously, when you start to know these things, having those value shifts helps you make positive choices. But if you stick your head in the sand and refuse to learn and just feel disinterested in this kind of stuff and don't want to know where your food came from and all that kind of stuff, then it's really easy to just be out of sight, out of mind, right? And then you stay that person that jumps on bandwagons and fad diets and falls off them just as fast. So what I want to leave you with is that if you want to have permanent weight loss, you're going to have to accept the speed of weight loss and how it happens in a permanent, when you get permanent results. So fast weight loss leads to fast weight gain. Slow weight loss leads to permanent weight loss. And it has a very specific structure. What happens is in the beginning, you lose weight slowly. And the closer you get to your ideal weight, because you're healthier and your body's going to be responding so much faster when it's healthier, then you start to lose the weight fast. Okay, so it's going to be the exact opposite of what happens with a fad diet. So you're going to have to really manage your mind, get educated, keep yourself inspired to get there, because that's how it's going to work. The only way to lose weight quickly, to kickstart your weight loss, is to do a cleanse. And we also do at the Delish Diet site, delishdiet.ca, have a cleanse that'll help you kickstart your weight loss by bringing systemic inflammation down in your body and healing your gut. Okay, that is the only way to lose weight quickly and actually have those results be permanent, because they're actually acting on your health. It's not about restricting calories or exercising. Okay. But once you're done the cleanse, then what you're going to have to do is have a permanent lifestyle to step into to maintain that health and then to continue to lose weight. And that's what we do in our e-courses and programs and in the private services that I offer. So if you're interested in learning more, you can go to the Delish Diet website, click on book now if you want to speak with me about which program might be best for you. If you're interested in the e-courses, you just click on products, and that's where you can get all the information that I've been speaking about in this video that is essential to get you mentally prepared to succeed. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye for now.